Weekend update. Weekend update. That's us now. Weekly update. Okay, welcome back. Weekly update. Travel edition. Probably a little bit shorter video today. That said, I have gotten through some material. So first off, for reading, I did finish Dungeon Crawler Carl 2, Carl's Doomsday scenario. That was really fantastic. I think I like it better than the first one. The first one is very good, obviously. This one, the Carl's Doomsday scenario, tends to dive more into some of the politics of the dungeon and the interstellar politics, which I really enjoy that stuff. I think that it's going in a very positive direction. I really love the development that we're getting out of the characters. We're adding some more characters, we're getting some more lore. I did take a look at the third book, and I think it's a little bit longer. Doomsday Scenario was 360 ish pages. I don't have a page count on the next one, Anarchist's Cookbook, I believe. I know it's longer, but I'm not sure exactly how much longer. So very much looking forward to that. I did not bring that with me, so I will have that probably as of tomorrow. So in the meantime, I just was reading some short stories by Leo Tolstoy. I'm enjoying that. It's a little bit, you know how short stories are. Something there's always something you can probably get out of a short story, and since it's so short, you can finish a lot of them. So I think I've read two just today. So there's some interesting lessons, some interesting things to get out of those. I also finished Cultish. That one really did fall a little flat for me. I feel like the book kind of promised a lot of talk about the language of around cult and the language of sort of these different, groups that are maybe extreme, and you get a little bit of that, but it kind of just goes into like an overview of the different groups that are like that. That's fine. I think that's a important and a very interesting topic, but not exactly what I thought the book was going to be about, and if I'm being honest, not exactly what I feel like it promised in the beginning. So just okay on that. Let's see. I think that's is that it for reading progress? Is that it? We finished two books, started another. Kind of flying through stuff right now. So coming up next on reading, like I said, we'll probably just jump straight into Anarchist Cookbook, Doom or Carl the Dungeon Crawler Carl Book 3. I What I really like is that Matt Denneman is leaving us hanging in really good places in the first two books. So it's really making me want to move on to this third one. So that's very exciting because it's always fun to know exactly what you're going to and to be excited about it. So I have that ready at home. I'm going to pick it up over the weekend, and might be a quick turnaround on that too. We'll see how that goes. I also have the Courage to be Disliked set up on audiobook. I have not read any of that yet. I'm really slow on audiobooks right now just because I'm doing other things, but that's fine. So we'll get to that. I think that book is only 6 hours, so that should be pretty quick. I listen to audiobooks at like 1.75 speed or whatever that is, so I'll go through that pretty quick. So I've gotten some good recommendations on that one, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And in the meantime, I'll probably still keep on reading some of these Tolstoy stories. I know there's a couple in there that I'm going to enjoy, and it's just it's pretty light reading until you dive into it. And it's like it's easy to read each story, and then you get to the end of the story, and you're like, wow, I kind of feel like I need to digest that. I think I'd already recommended it's pretty fun. Obviously would recommend Dungeon Crawler Carl. Very lighthearted, and yet it gets very serious at points too. Um, I've talked a couple times about how like who might not like it. That continues. I would say it gets even more violent and vulgar in the second one. I'm sure there's a bit of a cascading of that into the third and fourth and however many there are now. So um, continues on, but I would strongly recommend those still. Okay, writing update. We are at 60%. I'm calling it 60%, and I'm very excited about that because that it's the first time that I've really come to the realization that it's more done than it isn't. Now, of course, there's heavy edits, all that stuff. In the past week, I've also introduced a character that I think actually needs to get pushed quite a bit earlier into the story. The writing process on that has been interesting in that I am excited about this character, but I am not excited about how I introduced them here. So I will be moving that. And I think that we will get to a point where I am excited about this character's introduction. But the important part is that I'm excited about the character. So um, let's see. I'm trying to think. One, two, three, four, five. I kind of have 6 to 7 like characters that you're really going to have a lot of page time with, and that's feeling pretty appropriate for the book right now. There's more characters than that, but those are the 7 that I feel like you're going to spend some significant time with, um, and I think that's feeling pretty good. So I'm still making pretty good progress on that. So I'm expecting a couple more percent that to take up a couple more percents this week. Like I said, a little bit shorter video today. So hope you're all having a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.